Yes, yeah, good evening all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 20 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 10 plus years of experience in Python environment. My experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based applications, well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, right? Yes. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, right? Whether the screen is visible or not. Yes,
Yes.
thank you. So as part of today's demo, I'll be covering the following things. Right. So why Python? So if you've got any general queries, I'll be giving time for you at the end of the session. Right. Why Python? Already we have got many other programming languages. Why again Python? And that too, Python is not a kind of technology that is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. And who can learn Python? What are the prerequisites like to learn Python? There are no prerequisites, right? Anyone can update with Python. So Python statements look like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programming languages. And how Python was built? Python was built by taking the features and advantages from multiple other programming languages. Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Yes. And before you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are we developing. Python usage, who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. Python features, Python comparison with other programming, right? And reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. And the job market of Python and the current job market of Python and the scope of Python in the coming years, right? Yes. Starting with why Python, right? Starting with why Python, I define Python in 5 lines. First thing, it's a general purpose programming language. It's a general purpose programming language means before Python, we have got some programming languages like Pascal. If you heard about this, Fortran, COBOL, right? These languages are called purpose-based languages. These are called as purpose-based languages. Purpose-based language, not for all the purposes. Yes, Pascal, right? For complicated mathematical applications. Pascal and Fortran for scientific applications and COBOL for business applications, right? Yes. These are purpose-based languages, right? But a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application, such a language we call it as general purpose programming language. So Python is such a kind of programming where any kind of application you can develop today, like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, networking applications, desktop applications. In this way, wide varieties of applications we can create by today by using Python. Multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programming languages, all the features we see in Python. Because of this multi-programming features, right? We are calling Python as a hybrid language because of this multi-programming features, right? And it's a high-level language. There are two types of languages, I can say. There are two types of languages. Two types of languages. Low-level languages, right? Low-level languages. And secondly, high level languages. Low level languages and high level languages. Low level languages, example like assembly level language or machine level language, assembly level language or machine level language. These languages mainly they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. Secondly, they are not portable. They are not human understandable. They are not portable. They cannot be carried from one system to another. The code and machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. But if we talk high level languages like Python, they are human understandable. They look like normal English statements. The code can be carried from system to system. They are portable and machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Human understandable, portable, and machine independent can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Yes. Okay. So Python is a high level language. It is a general purpose programming, multiple programming features. It's a high level language. Interpreted language, interpretation language means line by line execution, right? We are going to see line by line execution. Yes. Interpretation. You have what compilation languages and interpretation languages. Two categories, right? Compilation and interpretation. Compilation example like C language. Interpretation example like Python. Yes. So in the case of compilation language, the entire code executes at once and displays if any errors. But in the case of interpretation, right, line by line execution, statement by statement, which makes debugging easy, right? Yes. Yeah. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements. General purpose programming, it has got multiple programming features, high-level language, interpreted language, user-friendly programming, and programmer-friendly, that is user-friendly or programmer-friendly programming language. Yes. Now, coming to this, right? Python has got multiple programming features. Python has got multiple programming features. What programming features Python has got, right? Check this. Python has procedural oriented. Check this, right? Procedural oriented. Procedural oriented programming. Example like C language. Procedural oriented programming like C language. Python has got object-oriented programming features. Object-oriented programming features. Object-oriented programming like C++, Java. It has got the features of scripting. Python has got the scripting features. Scripting features like Linux shell script. Example like Linux shell script. Procedural-oriented programming features, object-oriented programming, scripting, and modular programming features. It has got the features of modular programming. Example like modular 3. That's got procedural-oriented programming, object-oriented programming, scripting, and modular programming, right? So because of this multiple programming features, we're calling Python as a hybrid language, just like C language, like C++, like Java, like Modular 3, we can develop different varieties of applications. Once again, I say, for learning Python, there is no prerequisites. It doesn't mean that you need to have the knowledge on C or C++ or Java or this, right? No. As part of our course, we'll be discussing procedural-oriented programming with Python, object-oriented programming with Python, scripting, and modular programming, right? Yes. Two major programming languages which are used for enterprise applications creations, Python and Java. Python and Java are the two major programming languages used for enterprise applications creations. But the Java developers or the Java programmers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming only. Without object-oriented programming, there is no Java application or a program, right? Everything we write within class and object. Everything we are going to write within the class and object. Okay. And Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries, right? And modular programming, because of this modular programming, Python has got a great boom today. Nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environments. Whatever environment you are from, whatever domain you are from, Python has got a module for data science or for networking, for testing, for each and every environment. Thousands of modules Python is providing. We talk more on these modules. Because of these modules only, we have got Python has got great popularity. So if we talk about these modules for data science, separate modules, Python is providing nearly 10 to 15 modules Python is providing for towards data science environment. And even for big data environment, big data, right? For huge data storage and processing, Python has got separate modules or packages like PySpark. Apart from this, for networking or for network applications, right? Python has got modules and separate frameworks Python is providing for network environment, and also for testing or test cases, right? Python has got modules for it. And also for operating system kinds of activities. The name of the module itself is OS, operating system. Yes, for OS kind of activities, right? We can import the functionalities, inbuilt functionalities present within the module, right? What you may ask, what is the advantage? What a module consists of means? Very simple example. I'll take example of a math module. If I want to find square root of a number, directly you import math module. Within the math, there is a function like sqrt is there, of which number you want, which number square root you want, that number you provide directly. So in this way, you import the module, thousands of modules Python has got, import them. They have got some built-in functionality. Apply. you will get this result directly. No need to write huge codings, right? For each and every database, for Oracle database, Python to connect with Oracle database, separate module. And even Python, if it wants to connect with the MySQL database, separate module like PyMySQL, and Python to connect with like a SQL server. For every database, Python is providing a module. It is very simple, Python to connect with any database by using these modules and by using that username and password, connection details and password, right? Yes. And also for not only for this, for Excel files, I want to create an Excel workbook by writing Python code and executing it, right? Excel workbook, Excel file gets created. If I want to add, some sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, multiple sheets, if I want, I can add multiple sheets. I can add multiple sheets by writing Python code only. I can add multiple sheets into this, right? Yes. CSV file, comma separated values files, comma separated values files. Next, Excel files, comma separated values files, JSON files, PDF files. We can create PDF, writing Python code and creating PDF files. We can read data, we can write data into this. And for mathematical operations, math module, we have got for statistical operations. And also for generating graphs, any types of graphs we can generate by writing Python code. Like normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, stack plot, pie graph, right? Any types of graphs we can generate today by in this way. Just some of this, these are some of these examples, right? In this way, thousands of modules, 89,000 modules Python has got for different environment. Before you update with any technology, you need to understand what kind of applications are you creating today by using and where Python is used today. Python real-time applications. Python real-time applications. So Python mostly used today in creation of web applications. So immediately you may ask, from the last 20-25 years, right? Java.NET are mostly used in creation of web application. How come Python? Python has got a framework like Django framework. It's an important framework of Python. The rapid speed you can develop a web application. That too with very less coding. Not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programmings. It has got many flexible features. It has got its own database like SQLite 3 we say. It has got its own application server. It has got many flexible features, right? That's why at a rapid speed you can develop web applications using this Django. Apart from this, Python mostly used today in automation applications. Automation applications using technologies like data science, using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, technologies like DevOps, writing automation scripts here. IoT, Internet of Things, right? It is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, electronics, collecting data and for exchanging data and controlling the things from the place where you are, right? So simple way if we say IoT, electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. So here we are writing Python scripts. And for data science, everything deals with the data. Data has got experience. Data has got future reference. Using data or data science, we perform data analysis, data predictions, data classification, data clustering, data recommendations, pattern matching, right? So it's a blend of technique. The main technique what we see here, right? The main technique what we see here, ML. ML means what? Machine learning. We have got many machine learning techniques. We have got many ML techniques, regression, classification, clustering. For all these techniques to implement, you require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming for implementing all these machine learning, deep learning kinds of activities, right? Yes. And I was saying DevOps, right? Writing automation scripts. Apart from this, Python mostly used in big data environment. Big data like huge data, right? You should have seen KBs of data. Should have seen KBs or MBs or even GBs or even TBs of data. But beyond that, today's data is getting generated in petabytes. Data is getting generated in petabytes. For huge data, right? For huge data storage and for huge data processing, we have got big data technologies like Hadoop, Spark, for huge data storage and processing, especially Spark, very high speed processing, right? Technology implemented using Python language. We call it as like PySpark. For scientific applications, we have got CP, Scientific Python, a package is available. CP, Scientific Python, and for numerical analysis. And for numerical analysis, we have got NumPy. We have got NumPy numerical Python. NumPy package is available, right? Yes. And apart from this, we have got for graphical user interface or for animations, Python is providing tk-int, pyqt. And for gaming or for game development, especially for game development, right? With like single user, multi-user, online games. We're developing a lot of games today by using Python. Single user, multi-user, online games. Especially for game development, Python providing the separate frameworks like Pygame, PyCora, and for 3D rendering libraries like PySoy, and for scheduling tasks, Python is providing Airflow, right? And also for software testing, for testing or for test cases, and for software development. For software development. So most of software developers make use of Python as the support language. And for business applications, right? Python is one of best choice to develop e-commerce websites. One of the hottest application of Python, right? Database applications. Right? Yes. Where Python can connect with any database, right? Like MySQL, Oracle, DB2, SQL Server, and for networking applications. For network applications, for network programming, Python is providing twisted Python, right? And apart from this, for scrapping data from different websites, scrapping data, that is harvesting data or extracting data from different websites, like URL lib, BS4, right? All these are the examples of this beautiful soup. And for CAD or 3D CAD applications, I said not only for computer applications, for electronics or civil environment also, Python has got modules. And also for embedded applications, the most famous embedded application like Raspberry Pi, Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. And apart from this, for audio video kind of applications, audio and video, right? Yes, especially right for this audio and video, for the people go for full stack, right? I'll discuss I'll discuss some audio and video, how to develop audio and video kind of applications. And apart from this, like a computer vision, we have got a lot of projects doing on this Python and this computer vision, like face detection, object detection, color detection, right? And also for data analysis, right? Yes. And robotics with Python, you see, like robotics with Python. You've got some huge salary packages available. And for desktop applications, single user console applications, right? So in this way, we have got lot more applications, right? These are mostly used applications. So mostly used in web applications, in automation applications, big data applications, data science applications, game development, testing, test cases, web scraping, all this, right? Which companies are using Python today, and top most applications built using Python? Means who are using Python today? Who are using Python today? Top most applications built using Python. Top most applications built using Python. Okay, Google. The best example is Google. Google web application. The Google right web crawling is first written in Java. It was too difficult. It was written in Python. Yahoo. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Instagram, right? Instagram using Python. Instagram, right? Yes. The prime reason for Instagram to choose Python is Python practicality and its hybrid features. Uber pricing algorithm. Uber pricing algorithm is implemented using Python. And NASA using Python for its research and development activities. Some other applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox, Netflix using Python for its security automation for subscription Netflix. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games, which uses Python for its and also Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. BitTorrent using Python. iRobot for military and commercial operations. For hardware testing. For hardware testing purpose, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they are using Python for hardware testing purpose. Okay. So these are some of the examples, right? Like top most applications built using Python, and reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes it super popular, right? First thing is most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python because of its very less coding. Secondly, like simple syntax is given by Python. Simple syntaxes. Very less coding. Simple syntax is given by Python. Interactive mode given by Python. Interactive mode, right? You can easily interact. Interactive mode given by Python. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement means it is going to provide response. For example, at the bottom search panel, I am typing CMD. Go to the command prompt. Type Python. Say enter. The Python version is displayed. Python interpreter got opened. Any valid Python statements you can type and you can interact. This kind of interaction you cannot see in other programming. I am saying what is 3 plus 4. I am saying what is 23 into 45. X as 10. Y as 4. What is X value? What is Y value? What is X plus Y? What is X minus Y? What is X into Y? What is X by Y? Sorry. X by Y, sorry. X into 2, 10 into 2, X square, 10 square, 100, X equal to any valid Python statements you can type and you can check, right? X into 3, hello for 3 times, X into 5, hello for 5 times, right? That's right. In this way, you can type any valid Python statements and you can interact, right? Interactive mode given by Python. Multi-programming features. Multi-programming features. And later like multi-programming. Wide varieties of applications we can create. Wide varieties of applications, right? Yes. And wide varieties of applications and many built-in libraries. Very less coding, simple syntaxes, interactive mode, multi-programming features, and wide varieties of applications, many built-in libraries. Okay, so these are the reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Yes. And today Python is the #1 ranked programming language with a diversified number of applications creations. You can check it here, right? You can just Google and check. So just open this Google and say popular coding language. Popular coding language, if you say, yes, just see the results for this. Can you see your top programming languages? Most loved, read and wanted languages, Python. Next comes JavaScript and other things, right? Yes. So Python remains the most popular. Next comes Java or JavaScript. Python mostly used in the industry. Python most popular worldwide, right? Why what programming language you want to learn? Python, JavaScript. Emerging programming languages based on popularity. Top 10 programming languages. Can you see? Python stands first, next comes Java, JavaScript. A ranking, you can say Python stands number one, rank one, Java rank two. Emerging programming languages, Python stands first. If you see a big graph, you can see, right? Which is the mostly used to programming. A big circle, Python 31%, Java 19%, C++ 9.8%, right? Yes. Ranking by average salary, Python stands. Ranking by volume of job openings, Python stands first, right? Now, if you see that even jobs, Python jobs, you can see, right? Yes. Just to type Python jobs. Hmm. Hiring Python developers. Just check this. One second. Yes, check it here. Like 7,433 Python developer jobs in Hyderabad. It is showing in Hyderabad only, right? 7,433 Python developer jobs in Hyderabad, right? In Hyderabad, it is showing in Hyderabad only. One second. You see overall Python jobs in India, you can say. Python jobs in India totally overall, if we say 1,86,256 Python openings, you can say, right? In Naukri. And not only like Python jobs, if you have got knowledge on this Python framework like Django, the Django jobs, the Django jobs in India, right? So Python people who know Django are very, very less. Who has got command on this Django, right? 29,783 Django job vacancies in January, right? People who knows this Django framework, Python framework, it's very less. Yes. Now, if you see the course content, what I'm going to discuss, right? Course content, what I'm going to discuss. Check this from the basic level to the advanced level, right? Yes. Yes. Python. What is Python? Why Python? History of Python, applications, features of Python, advantages, versions, installations of Python, flavors of Python, Python operations, Python modes, interactive mode, batch mode, right? Python editors, Python constants, Python variables, escape sequences, strings, operators, different types of operators. Python IDE is integrated development environment, right? So working with Anaconda, Path Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans. I'll show you not on a single ID, on multiple IDs, I'll be showing you how to run the code and execute, right? Flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters. Similarly, collections, list, tuples, sets, dictionaries, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list, list modifications, tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions in Python, right? Functions in Python, different properties, examples, categories, arguments, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, lambda function, reduce function, filter function, map function, modules in Python, right? Different ways of importing, renaming, reloading, right? Packages in Python, errors and exception handling, file handling, opening, reading, writing data into the files, object-oriented programming concepts, static, non-static, right? Static variable, non-static variable, constructors, destructors, garbage collector, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, types of inheritance, regular expressions, how to extract data from the given data, database connection, installation of one database, how to work with this SQL operations, transaction management, Python data and time module, operating system module, right? Renaming, removing, right? All these advanced concepts like iterators, generators, closers, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV files, XML files, JSON files, graphical programming, Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, Python pandas model in brief, Python NumPy model in brief, Python matplotlib model. These three things, if you know, even for these three things, also you will see a lot of jobs. If you see a lot of the training sites, they won't cover these important modules, pandas module, NumPy module, and matplotlib, right? So where we'll be discussing in brief. If you talk about these three modules, you've got a lot of jobs for these three modules also, right? Check this. So if I say pandas, NumPy, and matplotlib jobs, you can see 29,000 Python, NumPy, pandas, 38,970 pandas job vacancies in January. 1,72,719 NumPy job vacancies. Right? So a lot of jobs for these modules also, right? And these 30 topics I'll be discussing, right, in brief. So these 30 topics in brief I'll be discussing for this Python core and advanced, right? Apart from this Django framework, people who wants full stack, right? Framework also like Django framework in brief. Web frameworks, Django installation, Django project architecture, application creations, Django templates, Django admin, Django models, advanced concepts, and also like UI technologies. The prerequisites like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, MySQL, this everything will be covered as part of full stack. Check this, right? Yes, Python core and Python advanced, nearly 60 to 70 hours I'll be discussing. Around 2 months it takes, 6,000 is the course fee. Apart from this Python core and advanced, right? If you want Python full stack, you'll be given knowledge on UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Django framework, near around 15 applications you'll be developing, right? By that you will get huge command on this, right? Flask framework, one more framework I'll be covering, like this Flask framework, MySQL database, and a project. All about topics 2 to 6, right? Yes. Nearly 70 hours. 2 months, it also takes 2 months, 7,000 is the total. Python 70 hours, framework 70 hours, totally 140 hours, right? 2 months for this, 2 months for this, totally 4 months, right? Around 4 months it is going to take. 6,000 is the course fee, 7,000 is the course fee, totally 13,000, right? But if you're taking the entire package, Python full stack package, so with a single payment, it's 12,000, right? Yes. And if anyone right feels that 4 months is too long, can also go parallelly Python from Monday to Friday. And frameworks classes, Saturday and Sunday, you'll be having many frameworks classes. Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours, right? Yes. The rest you can go one after the other, right? Timings of this batch is 8 p.m. only, up to the end of the course, the same timing, right? Offerings from my side, you'll be getting the live session videos, soft copy of this class notes you'll be getting, right? Notes to your mail ID, videos to your Google Drive, assignments and tasks. And one more, tomorrow also people can attend the session same time at 8 p.m. using the same link to see more discussion on this, right? Assignments and tasks to work with WhatsApp group for technical discussion, right? Anyone, if you get error, you can take snap of it and post in the WhatsApp group. Anybody will be answering, I'll be answering, right? Resumes and interview questions. Live interactive sessions, right? All the sessions will be interactive as it's the demo session. I was speaking most of the time, but general sessions, right? For every statement I type, you will be responding what will be the output of it, right? And 300 plus code examples as part of Python core and advanced. There's one more package, right? Big data analytics means if you want a big data, right? Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, Python, this 2 months core in advance also included in this package. Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, 12 weekends means around 3 months it takes. It's a weekend batch. Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux only on Saturday evening and Sunday evening. You will be having classes on this. 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday, 12 weekends. 15,000 is the course fee. This Saturday at 4 p.m. right? Can check with that. So yes, okay. Any query, right? You can see in the chart the contact details, payment details, the course content details, everything you can see, right? Yeah. So tomorrow also everyone can attend the session, same timing at same link, right? More discussion. What? Any other queries, right? Anyway. Okay. So if I'll sign off for now, meet you tomorrow. More discussion tomorrow onwards. We'll go with this technical part, Python installation, Python versions, execution modes, all this, right? Yes. So I'm stopping now. We'll continue tomorrow.